Oh, and one more thing before I can go about my day. Um, the worst thing that a person, a human being, can do to another who has been victim unconsensually, obviously, of extreme crimes of hate. The worst thing that you can do is trying to say that that didn't happen. There is no worse betrayal. It doesn't qualify you anymore as a human being. You must know that. And it's the most common crime that 100% of the victims of crimes of hate is forced to experience, because it's inescapable. It will always happen in the great society pool that someone will not believe you and invalidate you. But the most horrifying thing is that when the police does that, and that happened to me in the UK, where the offender was doing counter claims to try and block my ability to prosecute him, and it did delay me for 4 days that were crucial, because if I had not waited 4 days, which meant going to the hospital and getting my ex to take me away from the house, we went like for 3 weeks in Wales before I left the house altogether because of the aggression. There is nothing worse. So even if you are a friend of the offender and you think any offender claimed by a woman or a boy or anybody, that a man, anybody that is in an equal position of power towards that offender in that situation, in that social context. Even if you are a friend, never forget what I'm going to tell you about the fact that everyone has a right to have a voice, to express a crime that was imposed on them. Don't forget that, because in trying to protect your friend, which is a human attitude, it's natural. Do not take away the rights of the other person that could also be your friend or not. It doesn't matter. But that person has, that human being that is nothing to do with your friends and family, has the same rights as you, and you can preserve your own rights only in virtue of the fact that they can. Because if they can't, you can't either. You must remember that. You must remember that, because everybody forgets it. It's such a basic and normal things to know, but it's not the norm. The norm is to forget it, because for your friend or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband and your wife or your children or your parents, sometimes you just think that because you love them and they are not feeling good because of something that is happening, but yet you don't know what is happening and how the other person is also feeling, and what is the real cause of that. So don't ever, like in this case, we are two women, we are both being terrorized, but I am, whilst my claims for a year have been ignored, and for the 4 years before, it's like for the 3 years before, the moment that a woman or a man, but with the social power and status to make a police report without being bullied into not doing it, or into not being listened to, or into leaving and not returning to that police station, it is not. You have to remember that when you use your voice to take away the voice of someone else, you do that against yourself as well. I don't know if that's very difficult to process, not here, but here and here, like to really process it and get it down. But in the moment that the rights of one single person in a society are violated, it means anybody's rights can be violated. So just think about your children and the words that you want them to grow up in, or the people younger than you, the younger generations as well, you know. What word are you building? Because it's not just about being right. You might be right or you might be wrong, but you need to let everybody the opportunity to protect to defend themselves, to protect themselves, and also to demonstrate that if there has been a crime against them, to demonstrate it, even if they cannot pay for a lawyer. And they have to go along with what, the state can offer. And then if the state gives you an operator, a lawyer that makes a mistake, a human mistake, because in that moment maybe he was also weak, or she was also weak, or maybe she was also misguided, then you do not have a second chance, even if you did sign under duress because of a neurological disability.